good for him today. This is the return to form that people have been begging for from Stingray after the Winter Championship. That seems like eons ago. It wasn't this year's Winter Championship. It seems like it was so long ago, but this is deep down what everybody has wanted from Stingray for so long now, and he's achieving it today. We'll see if he can keep it going even further as he tries to deal with Boomie's blasters.
I mean, Boomie's blasters have been a menace today. The way that he's been hitting shots so consistently, so precisely. Great punish opportunity here. Nice weapon toss to follow up, but can't conclude the stock, and now he's got to fight his way back up. All right, he picks up an orb versus Stingray's Lance.
Now, one thing that Stingray was doing with his Lance so well earlier, he hit so many of those side sticks today. Boomie had the dodge to get through it, just barely.
I love the delay that Boomie did there. It was pure reaction for that spot dodge, but unfortunately can't react in time there. Stingray gets the first KO for the winner's final.
Now, in the previous Stingray sets, we saw him go to several different stages, but in one of the previous Boomie sets that me and Rain were calling earlier, it was primarily on small Brawlhalla, gonna get caught definitely there. A little bit of an interesting choice coming out with that neutral signature. There was, of course, gonna be a spiking move if it ended up hitting. So a little bit of an interesting choice there. We'll see if he's able to bring it back here. Still in the lead up against Boomie, but here comes that orb. Nice three-piece there coming out from Boom.
Yeah, he loves to get those three pieces. Going to be looking for more. Goes in for that N-sig. He's been hitting so many of those throughout the day. Nice little spot dodge. Gets the neutral light, but he needs to get more. He's getting so many taps here and there on Stingray.
Just a little bit of juggling going on. No major trends happening so far. You can see in the top right of your screen, we're about 1:45 into this game. Both players basically even. Nice side air. Thought that might KO on this teeny tiny map. The down air ended up KOing. Didn't even need the weapon toss down to hit him on the head. Stingray, just a little bit of a lead. Boomie unarmed, grabs the blasters very quickly. You saw the immediate D-light. He wanted the recovery follow-up for the KO off the top. I
mean, this is small Brawlhalla that can KO so quickly, but Boomie can't fish for that too much. Instead, he's going to change it up, go in with a sidelight N-sig read, and it works out for him. What's he going to stick with, orb or blasters? It's the orb.
Stingray without a weapon. Weapon spot comes in middle of the stage. Boomie found a nice four-piece. Even got the weapon toss up so he can pick up the blasters. The damage keeps coming. One more hit. There it is. Stingray's in the orange.
He's so good at that neutral light chase dodge through second neutral light.
He did it again, but it was just a little bit different this time. The side light for the poke didn't go forward with the N-sig. Stayed in the same spot, grabbed him in the air again.
He's in the head, and he's hitting the N-sigs. He's so good at that. One of the things that he has with these blasters is great ground control, right? Those downlights in particular really just dissuade people from landing. And so what's the best counter to that? Now start hitting those N-sigs on an opponent who keeps panic jumping.
The sidelights are an incredible grounded tool as well, forcing Stingray almost into the air, which that's not a terrible spot to be if you're a Lance player, of course. Neutral air, an opening gambit from Stingray. Continues onto the spear, even hits the side air. Boomie hit a couple of unarmed moves, but it's not going to be a lot of damage coming out. He does have the blasters in his hand, hit a down air. Boomie's already in the orange. No major offstage engagement from Stingray. He's been winning the neutral so far this game. No need to get crazy.
Ooh, look at the spacing from Stingray right outside the range of those side lights. Doesn't get the read for the down light, but his positioning is immaculate right now against Boomie.
His punish game is fantastic as well. He was forcing Boomie into the air. Then Boomie got down onto the ground. The D-lights came out from Boomie. Whiffs. In comes the punish from Stingray. The in-light that you just saw come out. Whiffs. In comes the punish from Stingray. Very little damage on this first stock. Stingray is in such a good spot to take this second game.
Stingray has found a shovel and is building himself a mountain of a lead over Boomie. And right now, Boomie needs to find a big N-sig. It's not going to connect.
There's the side light. Oh, big wait time after that. Wanted to figure out exactly the right move to do as a reaction rather than a read to Boomie's movement.
Was trying to read the dodge down for that neutral light to connect. He gets a nice side light side air, but look how little that launched Stingray.
Now, we saw in one of the previous analysis. Oh, dude, he's been so good with his mix-ups. In one of the previous analysis sections that we saw from TWK, we saw a lot of responses coming out from Luna's gauntlets to the dodges that were happening. We're seeing so many mix-ups coming out of those gauntlet follow-ups. Same thing is happening here from Stingray. His side lights, he doesn't just immediately go for the autopilot side light, D-light, whatever after that. He's changing things up so often. Stingray ends up falling off of that first stock, but Boomie, he's still a full stock behind.
Yeah, Stingray has a huge lead here against Boomie. Boomie not able to connect with that side light. He's basically a full stock behind, and Stingray's already adding damage onto this final stock of Boomie.
Now, we have seen Boomie pull out amazing comebacks on his final stock. I don't know if he has it in him, at least in this game, with the way Stingray's playing. Nice punish on that. Again, another mix-up off of the side light.
Yeah, he's doing a good job changing it up, but the N6 are starting to connect. Boomie doesn't hit the recovery. Stingray from below going to find the punish. Another recovery. Stingray might be able to close this out, and the side air almost does it.
Nice fast fall coming out from Boomie to get down below the weapon toss without having to burn a dodge.
The stack up. Is Stingray going to go in for the down signature? Boomie, there it is. The recovery will clean up that stock, but now in comes a fresh stock for Stingray.
I see Stingray's ability to find side air options raw. I see his ability to find side air options off of a follow-up. I see his ability to find D-Sig after D-Sig. Somehow, Stingray is KOing with D-Sig on Lance to take off the top. He's done it consistently today.
Well, that is a testament to not only the damage build that he's been able to do, especially with that spear, as well as the fact that it's small Brawlhalla. Again, a smaller map, so it KOs quicker.
We're coming into this the exact same map yet again. Unarmed opening from Stingray, has the spear in his hand. He did most of the damage last game with the spear. It was 440 on the spear to 183 on the lance. And something we're still seeing as a trend for Stingray is having to do 600 plus damage. But we said this earlier, for a lot of other players, that would be a negative. For Stingray, his ability to put out that damage so quickly without taking too much damage is truly unparalleled.
What a great pickup from Stingray with the downlight side air. And yeah, just you can already see it in the top right, the damage build that Stingray has been able to accomplish. Boomie finally gets back up onto the stage. The exclamation points were coming out, and Stingray was sitting just far enough that he wouldn't get caught by a jump side air. Down sig.
Oh. Dude, Stingray's signature usage on Orion. This is why we love to see him on this character. He's used the down sig on both weapons earlier in previous sets. We saw him use the neutral signature. We saw him use the side signature. Boomie dodged through it, but one of his previous opponents did it. He's basically used every single signature so well on this character.
Yeah, he's being very smart with the way that he's doing it, and it's like he's not playing those classic, like, I'm just going to side sig you from the other side of the map or anything like that. But Boomie does find the hit. The sidelight side air will clean it up, and suddenly we've got an even game.
Now, keep in mind, in terms of previous tournament placements, 2 bronzes and 3 silvers for Stingray, 0 golds. A victory today in this tournament would be the first gold medal Stingray has ever won.
He's been close, and again, we're talking about that winter championship where he first burst onto the scene, and a gold medal here would be massive, but in order to do that, he's got to get through Boomie. Downlight goes for the N-Sig read. He knew he was off stage, couldn't go for the downlight. Boomie got a good punish, though.
Looking for the juggle game. Oh, Boomie didn't go for the straight sidelight side air. He went for the sidelight one direction, hoped to get a little bit more damage. He is even, actually a little bit behind, and now he's significantly more behind as Stingray gets the KO off the top. I know Boomie will like to just go to the same stage over and over and over, but man, the way Stingray is finding the side airs, the way he's finding the recoveries, I worry a little bit about Boomie's KO potential compared to Stingray's.
I love the decision-making from Stingray on that last KO as well, because he went for the downlight into the recovery, right? The side KO box was relatively close, but the top KO box was closer, so he went for the recovery instead of the side air option. Final stock here for Boomie in game number 3. And Stingray, again, he's playing it smart. You're not seeing him over-aggress despite the fact that he's built a lead. Instead, he's like, I'm going to keep playing this neutral game that's been working so well.
Oh, that just barely picks up, sends off the top. Boomie in a much better spot this game on his final stock than he was in the last game.
But he needs to deny this weapon pickup. Stingray gets close. He does get caught. He hits him with the neutral light as he picks up the weapon, but still, it's looking good for Stingray.
The spacing after that sidelight from Stingray. Boomie just had to have been pixels away from the hit boxes that came out from that. He's hoping to work on this juggle game a little bit. Neutral sig comes out, immediately gets punished by Stingray.
Yeah, Boomie has not been hitting those. Oh, but Stingray has been hitting the down sigs, and that's another one going the way of Stingray. And are we about to see Boomie go down to the loser's bracket?
We might, and it could be on the back of a 3-1, sending Boomie down into the losers. Now, for some context, let's talk about the last time that Stingray was in the top 3. It was in the Mammoth Invitational in September of 2021. Ended up coming out second place in that. Before that, it was the Mammoth Cup in 2020, and then right before that was the Autumn Championship 2020. So it's been a minute since Stingray has found himself in the top 3.
It's been a hot minute, but so far he's looking good. He's already got a guaranteed top. Actually, yeah, he's got a guaranteed top 3. Because he's on the winner's side of things.
And he looks just so comfortable here. He's been here several times, but it's been a while. He's definitely not been here as frequently as Boomie has, but he looks so comfortable today. Everything he's doing has so much confidence, so much swagger, so much meaning and intent behind every single move he makes.
He's just on point. The gravity cancel down heavy covering both directions, and Boomie going down to his final 2 stocks here against Stingray in the winner's bracket.
Immediate punish off of the whiff sidelight. Boomie's finding some damage, but Boomie just looks like a completely different player against Stingray than he did against virtually any of his other opponents today. That's going to pick up, but not KO off the top. That's going to be some of the defense that Orion has, Black Knight in this case, for Stingray.
Goes for it again. This time it will KO, but still, Boomie is behind. He has not been able to find that thing to give him that lead over Stingray.
Weapon advantage favors Boomie. Finds the nice 3-piece, 4-piece, 5-piece, 6-piece.
Keeps it going, goes for the jump read. So last time he went for a falling nair. This time he went for a jump nair, trying to catch Stingray, but Stingray's doing a good job changing it up.
Stingray is so quick to attempt punishes onto Boomie. His reaction time is so good today. Recovery, not quite taken off the top. Oh! What was Boomie going for there with the ground pound? Stingray was enough left to avoid it, and Boomie was just stuck there as that came out. Perfect punish from Stingray to grab Boomie as he was landing.
And again, it's the spacing from Stingray that resulted in that, right? Like you said, sitting just outside of the hitbox of that orb ground pound, and then able to throw out that down signature. Now Boomie's on his final winner's bracket stock, and I'm not sure if he has anything against Stingray right now.
The signatures for Boomie are just not working anymore on any of his weapons. Stingray is punishing them. He is avoiding him. There's one. The angle of that got him up just enough that he didn't bounce off the main stage. It likely would have killed just based on how much damage was on the stock and how close those side blast zones are, but still, great placement from Boomie to still get the spike over the corner without bouncing off the main stage.
And even though he got that KO, look at the damage.
Oh, dude.
And look at the stock. Stingray is going to the grand finals.
What a time for Stingray to really start popping off here at the SteelSeries Invitational. Spring Championship right around the corner. Even though the mid-season championship is in June, that's really not that far away, Duke. Stingray coming out big today has huge implications for the rest of the year.